We are live. Another day trying to be positive. I'm positive. I'm positive. I'm positive. It's February 19th, 2018. I'm thankful. I have my health and I want to go live. Every day I try to go live between 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you're not subscribed, you hit the subscribe button and you'll be notified when I go live. And what I do every live session is I take live comments from my viewers. You can join. Anyone can add it to the chat room. And we talk. We talk about a variety of topics: sex, politics, religion. But overall, I try to keep positive. I try not to go crazy. And we have a good time. I also pick a specific structured topic to give the conversation direction. And then we go from there. I live full-time out of my Jeep Renegade. I love it. I've adopted a minimalistic life about a year ago. One of the best things I ever did, not just financially, but mentally. For me, it's been a blessing. That being said, people join the live comments, so let me read them. Star Pack says, "What's up, Sammy?" Star Pack, that's my guy. I was thinking about you today. Star Pack from Illinois, one of my best viewers, and I appreciate him always first on the live chats. Appreciate you, brother. Pat, am I first again? You're second, but always first in my heart. Pat, I love you, and I appreciate you. Thank you for joining. And the beautiful Metal Tails from the Philippines. Love and respect. Hey, Sammy. Hey, Star Pack. Hey, Pat. Oh, AJ's in the building. AJ gave the hand up emoji, and a guy giving both hands up emoji. AJ, appreciate you. Appreciate the Instagram message. Sorry I didn't respond to you. I don't respond to many Instagram messages. I kind of just post that different pictures or sayings. I mainly respond to the YouTube messages, but I got it. Thank you. AJ basically said when I was at the RV show in Atlantic City a couple days ago, he said, "Sam, $80,000 for that RV? Don't buy that. Don't worry, I ain't buying that. You might as well buy a house. At least a house appreciates. That's a lot of money for an RV. Not for me at this time in my life." Appreciate you though, AJ. Oh, I hope you guys are having a positive day. You really got to focus every day on trying to keep yourself positive, trying to go forward. And that's kind of what I wanted to talk about today. I titled this live stream, "Ruin Your Day." There's a lot of things during the course of the day, I mean, especially on a Monday, forget about it, that can ruin your day. So I want to talk about how to avoid allowing your day to be ruined. Oh, because very easy. Oh, it can get ruined. Certainly there's going to be some things outside of our control that can shit-can our day, but we're going to talk about some things I want to share. Oh, Ed's in the building. Ed Uric. If I'm saying that right, hopefully I am. Good evening. Good evening to you, brother. Thank you for joining. Appreciate that. Jesus is in the building. Jesus Taurus, how are you going? It's going good, Jesus. Overall, I feel good. I was just trying to, for the past 10 minutes, I've been coughing. Something like caught in my throat. It was like that before I got sick earlier this winter. And it's like, I was like trying to get that out. It's something, like mucus or something right in your throat and you can't get it out. And it's frustrating. And then I'm looking at my temperature. It's 46 degrees Fahrenheit here in New Jersey. And I'm like, man, I can't deal with these winters anymore. It's too cold. I gotta get that. But I gotta be thankful. And so that being said, Ed says, that's what I have now. What do you have now? Do you have a RV? Pat, hey Meadow, hey all. And then Pat gives the laugh emoji. Way to stay positive, Pat. So, ruin your day. I want to talk about some things that can ruin your day, how to avoid them. Okay? Oh, Ed said the cough. I thought Ed said he had the RV. Ed's got the cough. I'm sorry, brother. I don't mean to laugh. Number one thing that is a blessing in your life is your health. And when you can't stop coughing, it scares the shit out of you. Forget about picking an RV. Forget about going to Florida. When you can't stop coughing, you realize, how precious health is. And then you also realize that, for me, I do better in the heat because I just feel like I get a cold. And it's like, one day now, it's like, we're getting towards the end of winter. One day it's like 60 degrees up here. Next day it's 30. I mean, and I hate that shit. I hate it. But I'm thankful. I don't want to let negativity ruin my day. Let me stay positive. All right. And we got Galaxy from England. He goes, hey, what's going on, Galaxy? Sailing John, that's my main guy. Very inspirational man. Hello, everyone. Palm tree emoji. Thank you for that palm tree emoji. That meant a lot to me. Sometimes, like, you give a girl flowers and chocolate. It don't mean anything to her, but she says it means something to me. That palm tree meant a lot to me, and I'm not just saying that. Those aren't just flowers and chocolate covered roses for me. Now, anybody who got somebody a Valentine's Day gift last week, is it still around? Probably not. But I'm a believer in romantic love if you want it. Not for me. Sailing Galaxy says, Sailing John, what's going on? All right, that being said, how to avoid your day being ruined. StarPack says we need water bottle and skitty popcorn emojis. We do. Now, that will help your day avoid being ruined. I got the water with the Wawa ice. Now, it's a little bit tint. That's not pee in there. It's a little bit tinted because there was Diet Coke in this, and then I poured water in it. That being said, all right. So, what I remember a few years back, I was at a job, and there was a guy at my old job. He was a very big guy, very overweight. And he had got a phone call right after lunch. And the phone call was from his wife. And he loved his wife. You know, they got along good. But his wife called him. And his wife was like real anxious. And she was sharing a lot of like stress with him. And a lot of contention. And he just stood there and listened. He was like a big Santa Claus guy. Like a big teddy bear. I mean, you know, very calm guy. Good temperament. You know. So he's listening to his wife, you know, talk about this, that, and the other. And then he goes, you done? You done? He goes, well, I love you, honey. He goes, I just want to let you know, if you want to have a bad day and you want to talk about all that negative stuff, that's okay. I'm not mad at you. I love you. But you're not going to ruin my day. That was one of those conversations that always stays with me. I share these different conversations with you during these different live feeds that stay with me my entire life. That's got to be almost 10 years ago. It shocked me that here was his wife. I know it had to be tough on him. You know, she went to like this 15, 20-minute rant about everything that's going wrong, whether it's with the house, the kids, or whatever. And he didn't get upset. That's why I respected him. I'm like, you know, believe me, he could have said, yo, look, shut the fuck up, or I'm out of here. And I probably would have. That's why I'm not married. But he didn't. He was very calm. Give him a lot of credit. He also ended up dying eventually. But maybe a heart attack, God forbid. But he did die. I'm not laughing at that. He did die. Now, he was overweight though too. So he let it go on and on and on. And he kept affirming that he loved her. I like that about him. Very compassionate man. He said, I love you, honey. I love you. I love you. But I just want to be clear. If you want to have a bad day, that's fine. You're not going to ruin my day. Powerful. Powerful. And that's the mindset that you have to apply every day. There's not a day that goes by that I don't reflect on that. Especially when my day's getting ready to be ruined by someone else or something else. Now again, if God forbid we get in an accident or God forbid I misplace something, I get in a tangent. You know, I get upset, start cursing the world. But, you know, I try to reflect also that, you know, don't let things ruin your day as much as possible. Oh, my man Joe. Joe said love and respect from. I'm not gonna. You know, I'm bad with pronouncing names and I'm bad with spelling, but I'm gonna try to pronounce this. I think this is upstate New York. Love and respect from Tonawanda, New York. Love and respect to you, brother. Thank you for the comment, Joe, man. Appreciate that. Better video tubes. Hello, America and world. That's right. There's a lot of people from all over the world in this thing. Love and respect to you, Tom. Kids Place on Channel 9 from Jersey. Hello from Bogota, New Jersey. That's a blessing. Joe said that's Niagara Falls. Okay, that's by Niagara Falls. Love and respect to you, man. That's a blessing. That made my day. Thank you, Joe. And thank you, Channel 9. I'll call you Channel 9 because that's the best way for me to remember you. So, you know, that mindset of you know, that man had one of my former managers that he wasn't going to let his spouse ruin his day. Oh my God, we got another live chat. I'm getting so excited. I mean, shit, what else you could get excited about? He says, damn, am I going to pronounce this one right? Ariel, I'm going to call you Photo Plus. A Photo Plus says, hello from Montreal. Love and respect. Love listening in. We love our Canadian brothers and sisters. We're all one. Trend news from Canada. Scott B, you going to check in tonight? Scott B made a trip last week down to Florida. He just got there like 2 nights ago. He was in Jacksonville last night on a live check-in. Love and respect to our Canadian brothers and sisters. Oh, we got Arizona in the building. Hanging by the beach says love and respect from Cave Creek, Arizona. That's beautiful. Do you know why I love Arizona? It's the sunniest place in the country, percentage-wise. Now, I've never been to Arizona, but I did do research that Arizona has the most sunniest days during the course of the year on average. Florida is not the sunshine state, meaning Florida does not have technically more sunshine than Arizona. But Florida is warmer on average over the course of the entire year. Very interesting fact. Love and respect Arizona. You got that right. Amen. Love and respect Arizona. So, and then I just left my, now back to the structured topic, letting things ruin your day and that mindset around it. And I just got back. I spent some time with my mother, and I try to do that. I try to spend quality time when I can. Pat, I gotta read Pat's. I'm gonna get back to the structured topic, but Pat's always busting at me. Let me read Pat's comments. It's gonna get wild quick. Pat, Sam, do you have a lady friend? Come on, Pat. I'm gonna read the whole thing though. I am married. Just wondering how you pass your free time. I bet you save a lot of money because my husband says he broke. Ha ha ha. No woman for me. I've had women. I'm thankful for women. I'm thankful that women had liked me and we had a good time. And it was great. Some of it was disaster. I've had my heart broken. I've broken other people's hearts. I've been on both ends of the spectrum. I don't have a woman friend. I don't want one. When I get past, once I got to my 30s, I said I definitely don't want a relationship. When I was like 25, I said, man, I really want one. Once I got to my 30s, I said I don't want a relationship. Then I said I want companionship. Because that's the old people term, companionship, for a little bit of sex, but mainly like a lot going out to dinner and dancing. I don't want to do any of that shit. Then I had companionship with a MILF. MILF stands for Mom, I Would Like to, okay? And I actually dated one. Asian, very nice. And how'd it end? Disaster. Why? I don't want the work. Even to have companionship is work. Think about it. Companionship and having a partner is one of the most inefficient ways to get affection. Why? Well, one is if you're getting into for sex, thumbs down. You think about it. Even the most passionate, chemistry-related relationship, as far as sexual needs, you're only having sex 10% of the time in that relationship. So 90% of the relationship, I don't care if you're young or old, is based on going out, going to dinner, traveling together, talking. So, like I always tell you, if you have lust, masturbate. Way better, more efficient. Very inefficient to get into a relationship for sexual desires. Very inefficient. And so then if you put sex aside and you just want to talk to somebody, then you're going to be an emotional, you're going to have emotional burdens on you. This guy at the job, emotional burden. I don't even know when the last time he had sex with his wife, but I know that his wife had an emotional burden that she wanted him to carry, and I'm sure guys do it to girls too. I've seen both ways. I don't want to carry anybody's emotional burdens. Like Trump said after the shooting, like we all carry your burdens. Yeah, after he said that, he went to Mar-a-Lago. He don't really want to carry anybody's burden. Nobody does. Even you love your parents, they get real sick. You think you're going to be like Mr. or Mrs. Caretaker. You're not. You're going to check them into a professional facilities. That's the way life is. That's the way it should be, because if not, you'll become resentful and you won't take good care of them. So they need professional caretakers. We can only take so much. I know the scriptures say we should carry each other's burdens, but I believe that is one of those metaphorical speakings, meaning we should have compassion, empathy, and relating to one another. Because after you say, we'll carry each other's burdens, then you say, we ain't going to change gun laws. And I'm not for changing gun. You know what I'm saying. Nobody's really carrying each other's burdens. Please, come on. Have compassion, have empathy, but I don't want to carry anybody's burdens. Look, you know what I'm saying. You guys get it. I love you though, Pat. And then as far as saving money, that's a no-brainer. You want to save money, forget about selling the house. Liquidate the wife or liquidate the husband. I remember a guy still work with him. I'm not going to say his name, God forbid, he'd really get in trouble. But I work with a guy, and he found out that I sold my house, I downsized, I'm living out of my car. He likes camping, and he's a tent camper. And he goes, Sam, I really love what you're doing. Really great. And he goes, to be honest with you, I would like to do the same thing. I said, why don't you? He goes, I can't do that. I'd have to liquidate my wife. And he didn't. He didn't liquidate his wife. But you understand what I'm saying? Same thing with Pat. Pat's a female. She wants to go RVing. Her husband doesn't want to go. The only way she's going to ever get to RV? Liquidate her husband. That's it. Two people going in different directions, very hard. Very hard. But that being said, what I have stated in the past, some people, they say they want to be alone, but if they're alone for more than 3 weeks straight, they will become self-destructive. They will drink themselves to death. They will hang out in bars. They will waste their money. They won't spend their money. Some people are not designed to be alone. Some people are. I am. This right here, this connection here, the best I ever had. Give me a virtual relationship over a real relationship any day of the week. I love the fact that I can end this live stream at any time. I love the fact that if you say, I don't want to hear this guy say the same shit all the time, you're out of here. You're out of this news feed. And then you're going to go hear politicians say the same thing every day. Or you're going to go watch porn that you've already seen. You saw that scene already, but you're going to watch it again. Bottom line, I don't want to deal with a relationship. No, thank you. That's one of the best things I ever did. But I love the women, but not for me. Pat says, it is a lot of work. It's give and take. That's right. And I don't want either one. I don't want to give and I don't want to take. I just want to be me. I still like it, and I'm not mad at that. It is for some people. I see my husband as my family. I could never live without him. And I respect that. I don't want to tell anyone else how to live. So I respect that and respect and love to you. Better Video Tube says, so what's a Cuban coffee? Cuban coffee is basically a sugary coffee. What you do is you get Bustelo, some type of coffee. The coffee in the grocery store that's yellow with a red can, Bustelo. And you boil the water, you boil coffee, and then what you do is, after the coffee's boiled, you just put a little bit in a cup, just a little bit. And then you put sugar. And then you mash that sugar together, just a little bit, until it's like pasty. It's got to be like paste. Then you pour the finished coffee, the Bustelo, into the cup. Then on top of the poured coffee, the black coffee, you pour that pasty, sugary mix on top of that. And it's like a magical Cuban exotic vacation. And you never left your house. And you didn't spend a lot of money. Damn sure cheaper than getting married. Huh, praise the Lord. That's Cuban coffee. Hanging by the beach. Looking for a remote job. I'm not mad at that. So I can hit the road. I'm with you on that, brother. Time is going by. Don't want to waste any more time. I don't know what L and R means, all caps. But I'm with you. Hanging by the beach. I'm totally with you. I think about that every day now, and I'm getting closer. Now, the problem with a remote job, I've been doing a lot of research on that, looking at a couple things. They want you to travel. Now, they want you to travel possibly, some, not all. They want you to travel either nationally, meaning the different states, or they want you to travel internationally. And so that'll be off the table for me. Why? Because I don't want to be sitting in Boca Raton, Florida, okay, in February with my feet in sandals. I'm looking at Dominican girls drinking Cuban coffee, and I get a call, from my manager that he wants me to go to Canada, and I love Canada, or he wants me to go to Asia, and I love Asia. I don't want to go. I'm in Boca Raton, so I got to think about that. You always got to evaluate that. That's the problem with a remote job. Now, if that job can be 100% remote, that's a possibility. Why? You'll see me at Starbucks working my ass off. Praise the Lord. I'm not mad at that. We're going to get there. We're going to get there, brother. Hang in there, hanging by the beach. Pat, I like hot chocolate myself. Laugh up loud. I'm not mad at that. I like hot chocolate too. Not recently, when I changed my health together, I tried to avoid hot chocolate, a lot of sugar in there. I used to love hot chocolate with marshmallows on it. My mom used to make that before I went to school. I used to love that. Very nice. Better Video Tube. Sounds good. Hanging by the beach. Love and respect. Peace emoji to you, brother. Gilbert. Oh, Gilbert's in the house. Hello, everybody. Hello, Sam. What is ruin your day? Ruin your day is something can ruin your day, mainly a person. Person or a situation. And I share with you a story about a former manager whose wife called and she was complaining about different things. She said, you're not going to ruin my day. He loved her, he respected her, but he said, I'm not going to let you ruin my day. If you want to have a bad day, go ahead. And I just left my mother's house. I spent time with her. I believe in spending quality time with your loved ones. Not living necessarily with them, but spend quality time. And so I just left her house. And she was arguing with my sister all day. She goes, Sam, I love your sister. I love my daughter. But it's too much. And, she complains and we argue. And I'm sure I have my ways to her. But it ruins my day. The number one way your day can get ruined is living with someone or spending a lot of time with someone who's negative. Now, some people may think I'm negative, and that's why I say you got to go your own way. I got to go my own way. So there's not one type of person. Like, I can't listen to Joel Osteen. The guy's very positive. But to me, he'll ruin my day. Why? Oh, it's just a pander show. But you understand what I'm saying? You have to find who inspires you. But definitely being around a complaining, non-thankful person, big red flag. If someone's not thankful, they'll ruin your day. Think about that. If someone is unthankful, they will ruin your day. Very careful. I mean, even now, I want to be in Florida, but what do I always say? I'm thankful. Oh, if I wasn't thankful, would it even be entertaining? Probably not. What was the other thing I was going to share? Don't let anyone ruin your day. Watch the people you associate with. having a mind of thanksgiving, finding something to be thankful for, your health. We're just talking that me and Ed, having problems coughing lately, trying to get that phlegm out of our throat. Got to be thankful for our health. And like I said, when I misplaced something, like I don't know what I was looking for. I was doing my laundry today. I was looking for a hat. I had to wash it. I couldn't find it. I was like, fuck. What the fuck? I start going crazy. And I say, you know what, Sam? Don't let it ruin your day. You're living the life you want to live. You can fucking go buy another hat. I said, you're right. See, now back in the day, if I'd had a big house and all that and I couldn't find my hat, I would have lost it. I wouldn't have lost it. But you know what I'm saying? It would have hurt me more. It would have ruined my day. Simplicity, I think, helps makes your day better. Too much people or too much things, I think, ruins your day. That's my opinion. NDC, subscribe to the right vibe. That's very important. NDC says that every day. Why do I love NDC? Because he has the right vibe. I mean, just to come in the chat room every day and put enough effort to write that sentence, that's a positive person. That's the type of people you want to be with. Now, if somebody came in here and once in a while we have those people, then I get a little bit crazy and they never come back. Once in a while, people come in, the first sentence they say doesn't say subscribe to the vibe, positivity. The first sentence they say is like a complaining sentence. It's like, here's my, war story. You didn't even say hello, how you doing, what's going on. You went right into your bitching and moaning session. Does anyone want to hear that? No. Why? Because nobody wants to deal with anybody else's shit. People got enough of their own shit. I want to be in Florida. Pat wants to RV. Everybody's got their own problems in their mind. The last thing you want to do, at least foreplay. At least come in here and say, oh, how you doing? How's the day? Instead, some people come in here, oh, this is my list of complaints against the world. Whoa. Block. Or whatever, because it's like you don't need that in your life. It's hard enough to keep yourself from not ruining your own day. We all have negative thoughts. You have to fight to, get them out of your mind and to keep them out of your mind. Letting go. Letting go is part of not allowing your thoughts, to ruin your day. When people complain to you, what do? They put their negative thoughts in your mind. When you have a conversation with someone who is a complainer, we all need to vent, but there's a difference between someone who vents and someone who's a complainer. When you talk to a complainer, what they do is they transfer their negative thoughts into your mind. That's why, some people, when I go to visit them, I say, look, is this person going to be there? Because if they're going to be there, I'm not going. Not because I love them. I want the best for them. I don't want anyone to have anything bad happen to them. But I got to protect my mind. I know if I go when this person's going to be there, even I won't say anything because I'm not a person that causes problems. I'm a very peaceful person. But if I go there and this person starts to go into their complaining mode, I'm not going to say anything. It's not going to be a problem. I know how to self-control. But it's going to, all those words are going to be floating in my mind. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear all that negative shit. You understand what I'm saying? I don't mind somebody venting. We all got war stories. But some people, they got a whole playbook of gripes against the entire world. And I understand it, but it's just crazy. All right, let me keep going. NDC says, subscribe to the right vibe. Hey, Sam. Hey, chat. I came on late. No worries. Trying to figure out the topic. I think I try to do that every night, but I think you just got it. Thank you, brother. Better Video Tube says, hey, Gilbert. Joe, Tandawanda means swift, moving water. Well, I like that. Why do I like that? Because have you ever smelled stagnant water? I did. When I grew up in my house, the pipes were backed up. And the water wouldn't go down in the bathroom sink. So stagnant water means stale water. It wouldn't flush. So this water was just sitting there. And then over the course of hours, days, the water stinched. It's like a stench. Movement is life. Moving water is life. Everything in life changes. Everything in life is movement. Remember that movie with Brad Pitt? I think it was War X or something. And he was fighting apocalyptic army or whatever. And he was on the run. And he ended up in Newark, New Jersey projects. And he was talking to a guy that didn't want to leave his house. He said, no, we're safer here in this apartment. I'm not going to leave. And Brad Pitt told the guy, look, I've been in a lot of dangerous places in life. What I can tell you is movement. Movement is life. And you know what happened? Brad Pitt moved. He was safe. The guy who stayed in this apartment, dead. I think the zombies ate him. You have to be able to move. Flowing water is a blessing. That must be a good town. It's too cold for me, though. I love upstate New York. I've been there. I was there this summer, upstate New York, traveling up to Connecticut, Vermont, Maine, Boston. I went through upstate New York. Love it. Stopped at a couple of great rest stops. Respect to those people. Too cold for me, though. Too cold. Hanging in there by the beach. Stay away. And he put all caps. Toxic people. Hanging by the beach. Me and you are friends. Totally agree with that. Totally agree with that. Good point. Pat, I tune into your show because you make me laugh. It's good to laugh. It's good to. You gotta laugh. I mean, partly too, it makes me laugh. You gotta have fun. I learned that lesson. I used to be too serious. I always share that story. And actually, I give credit to a woman. One of the days when I was in my mid-20s, I was studying a lot about philosophy, about religion, about world problems, about politics, about theology, about everything in life that, when you're in your 20s, you're trying to figure out life. And I got to a point where I was very serious. No laughing. And I give this lady credit, and she helped me. She goes, Sam, I hear you. You make sense in a lot of things, but you're too serious. Not good. It's not good to be too serious. You have to learn to laugh every day. If you don't learn to laugh, you'll ruin your day. Be around someone who's too serious. You'll ruin your day. Laughter is part of not ruining your day. Smiling is part of not ruining your day. I mean, look how fake that was and even look crazy. But you know what? It did make me feel a little bit better. You try that right now. As you're watching me, who knows how you're watching me. And however you're watching me, try it right now. Do a fake smile and just really, it makes you feel better. It makes you feel better. No, it feels good. It feels good. I don't know. It does. Star Pack. Stay hydrated, and that will help out. Star Pack. That's my brother. Star Pack from Illinois. I'm going to take his advice. And I also recommend, after you smile, get yourself a glass of water, preferably with ice in it, and drink it. Star Pack. Thumbs up emoji to you, brother. I wish I can give you a thumbs up on the other side of the screen. I would. Gilbert, true, I do agree with that. Negative people are a downer, big time. Negative people, they'll take the air right out of your balloon. You gotta be very careful, very careful. Gilbert says, hey, Better Video Tubes. Gilbert, I have learned to take a step back, take a deep breath, tell myself I'm more important than this, and move on. Gilbert, that's wisdom. Gilbert said, I like that comment. Gilbert, thumbs up to you. He said he's learned to take a step back, breathe deep. Let's try that right now. That felt good. And tell myself there's bigger things, basically. It's more important. You're more important. Move on. Let go, move on. That's wisdom. That's wisdom, Gilbert. I received that. And very good comment. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, we got the beautiful D'Angela from Tampa area. Hey everyone, so true. Surround yourself with the inspirational people. Your location, ideas, etc. It takes effort, though. It does take effort, that's true. But it can be done. And then she gives the smiley face. She just made her life happier by smiling. D'Angela, that's a great comment too, I'm not gonna lie. And I'm not gonna say, you know what I'm gonna say? I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say. And surround yourself with, location is key for me right now. I think that's key. But I'm gonna be thankful. And, yeah, I mean, putting yourself in the right environment, though, that's also going to avoid your day being ruined. The wrong environment is somewhere that doesn't inspire you. I used to watch a guy on YouTube, like I always shared, Ultimate Warrior. Was once a wrestler. He became a motivational speaker. One thing he used to say, and it stuck out in my mind when he said this in the video. He goes, if you're working your job every day just to have enough money to buy groceries for a house that doesn't inspire you, to live in a location that doesn't inspire you, to live a life that doesn't inspire you, what the hell are you doing? He said, if you're working every day just to put groceries on your shelves in a house that doesn't inspire you, living in a location that doesn't inspire you, what the hell are you doing? That's powerful. And that's why I say, I got to liquidate. Not because I'm going to do anything irresponsibly, because believe me, I would have been gone already. But my life had no longer inspired me in that house, in that location, in that town, in that area, in that environment. I know I'm destined for something else. And how it ends up, only the Lord knows. But that's wisdom. The beautiful D'Angela. Beautiful. All right, that's great. Dolores from New Hampshire, and she's got a new profile picture. And it looks like, I can't really tell, some type of nature tree thing, maybe? Hey, Dolores. How you doing? Smiley face. Better Video Tube says, hey, D. D says, hey, Better. And Starpack says, a smile a day makes the good life stay. Damn, Starpack, you may be the president, man. Starpack's a young brother, I think in his 20s, and that guy's got a lot of wisdom, man. Very positive. Very good job, Starpack. Gilbert, thank you, my brother. You inspired that in me. Thank you. Learning a lot through listening to you. Amen. And I'm learning a lot. Now, I'm not pandering through our conversations. Like I said, these live streams are a time for us to connect. Not just me bark. I bark a little bit. But I really enjoy the back and forth. That's why I read the comments too, so that not just we can share it, but when this live stream replays, other people hear me reading the comments and they understand the conversation we're having. And then when I do regular videos, whether it's at an RV show, whether it's me like at a beach or whatever, like that's just me expressing myself. This is us having a conversation. You're expressing yourself, I'm expressing myself. And, you know, that's therapeutic. And I like that. It's very magical. Gilbert says, hi, D. Dolores with the new profile picture says, I couldn't find a picture of me, so I found this picture of my potato plants from last summer. Thumbs up emoji. Amen. Now, Dolores, you're beautiful no matter what. But let me tell you this, guys or girls, whatever. If you're ever thinking about dating someone and they don't have a picture of them on their profile, red flag. Or if it's a picture of their kid, or if it's a picture of their pet, or if it's a picture of them 15 years ago, be careful. Even if it's a hot person, be careful. Why? Profile picture, very deceptive. Very deceptive. I'd rather it be a plant than a picture of them 15 years ago. Very deceptive. Or an Instagram filtered out photo. Why? You go meet them in real person, they look like Ashante. You see them like in real person, don't look like that. Now that could work two ways, but you gotta be careful in this virtual technology era. Things can change very quickly. You're probably better off just having text sex, whatever, cyber sex, whatever. Because, I mean, at this day and age, nobody's photo really looks like them. It doesn't. And if it does look like them, you know how much pressure they put on themselves that when they meet you, they gotta look like their picture? That's why I used to do that. I almost fell into that trap, especially when I started losing a lot of weight. They had me doing like pictures like, you know, like all that. Because like you fall into the trap, like you're gonna try to out-sex everyone. Like fucking you missed out, motherfucker. But you know what happens? You put too much pressure on yourself. Then everywhere you go, you gotta look hot. Oh. And you're not going to look hot all the time. And they're not going to get you from the right angle every time. It's just not going to happen. You know what I mean? You got the right angle, the right filter. Next thing you know, you're in a line Starbucks and your ass is hanging out looking extra wide from this angle. And, you know, you're not looking sexy like, you know, and somebody sees you, is that you? I had that happen a couple times. You don't look like your photo. It happens. Be careful, all right? I don't know how we got into that. Better Video Tubes. Pay close attention, people who don't clap. Oh, I like this. Damn it, Better Video Tubes. Good comment here. Better Video Tube says, pay close attention to people who don't clap when you win or smile when you smile. They are not good for you. I'm trying to tell you something. Take a screenshot of Better Video Tube's comment and make it happen in your life. Put that on the wall. I always say, when you tell someone your dream, when you're happy, when you're succeeding, when you get a promotion, and you tell someone else and their tone isn't positive, or it's like a little sarcastic, or isn't inspired and excited for you, they're not for you. That's very important. I've seen even good people I went to the church with, and like I told him like some things I was excited about, and he goes, "Oh yeah, really? That's great. That's great." That brother wasn't excited for me. Gotta be very careful, man. Scott B down in Florida, I'm excited for him. You want to be around people that are happy when you're happy. They just buy into your dream. They're excited for you. They're not trying to give you like self-doubt. That's a very powerful comment. D'Angela, I second that, Gilbert. I found wisdom and positivity in Sam's videos. Thank you. I appreciate that. I know sometimes I can be an ass, but I try to be positive overall. And I appreciate that. And love and respect to you guys too. Pat, me too. I'm with Sam. Thank you. Peace emoji. Photo Plus says, can I ask where are from and how old? Yeah, you can definitely ask that. From New Jersey. I'm 37 years old. I'll be 38 today. Love and respect to you. Starpack. There are apps that take off filters and stuff like that. It's pretty funny seeing the results. Yeah, there's an app for everything. What do I recommend? Just use the app for porn, masturbate, get out of your system. You don't have to deal with the opposite sex. But a lot of people can't do that. A lot of people want companionship. What's companionship? Disaster. Even I used to think companionship was the answer for someone who didn't want a commitment. Then once you have companionship, there's no such thing as a relationship without work. See, I used to think like companionship is a relationship without work, even if you didn't have a lot of sex, but it's not. Companionship means You may not have 100% of the work, but you still got 90%. And you still got to deal with someone else's emotional burdens. It'll ruin your day. For me, for some people, it'll make their day. Some people want to deal with, some people just can't be alone. And I understand that and I respect it. And that doesn't make me bad and them good and vice versa. They got to live their life. I got to live mine. All I'm trying to tell you is be careful, because I almost fell into that trap too. Companionship is not a word that eliminates work in a relationship. It's not. Any relationship is work. Don't want it. All right? NDC. Listening to an individual story about drama on Facebook ruins my day. Well, I unfollowed everyone on my Facebook page. I mean, years ago. I mean, now we all know Facebook is a graveyard. You just keep it active in case somebody dies. It's like an obituary column. After a couple political arguments and after a couple elections, no one likes anyone on Facebook. But what I will say is that when that started to become contentious cyber platform, I unfollowed everyone. That's when they just, like, you were just figuring out how to do that. And I still check in on people that do inspire me, but I check in on my time. I don't want anyone's live feed popping up in my thing, because I got to be mentally ready to deal with certain people. Because you know certain people off the door, like, whatever they post, you're just not going to vibe with them. And so you got to be very careful. Excuse me. D'Angelo says, laugh out loud. I can't stand those filters photos. I'm not mad at them. And I understand women want to look beautiful and men want to look hot. I mean, I did it myself. I'm not mad at them. I'm just saying be careful. Because I don't want to make anybody feel bad. My female friends look completely different in real life. That's true. Filters distort your true features. That's true. And I did that myself, so I'm not judging. What I will say is, though, what is it going to do? It's going to keep you in a prison of insecurity. What's a prison of insecurity? You sell makeup, but you have to get lip injections, you have to get tit plants, you have to get ass plants, and you're still insecure, and you still went through 5 marriages, and you still don't look like J-Lo. And then you realize J-Lo may have not got no plastic surgery, but she's still been divorced 5 times. I mean, a lot of people, when somebody tells me, like, J-Lo's their hero, I say, why? I thought maybe, like, because of the movies or something. Oh, because she looks great for almost being 50. That's your hero just because she looks hot? And then you don't realize J-Lo's been through like 4 divorces. They don't care. They just want to look hot at 50. That's it. Thumbs down. Thumbs down, in my opinion. Be very careful. Joe, where do your grandparents come from? Origins, Italy, Naples and Sicily. From what my knowledge of it, I've never been to Italy. My parents have, my grandparents have. I have no desire to go to Italy. I know, like, some people say, like, oh, I want to go to Italy and be on, like, a farm and drink wine and overlook the hills. I don't want to do that. Where do I want to be? In Florida, flatland, looking at bikinis, sitting under a palm tree, getting ready to go to Starbucks in 15 minutes. I don't want to be in Italy. That's just me. I'm 100% Italian. Good to meet you. Pat, how cold is it where you are? Currently, it's 46 degrees in Fahrenheit. It's supposed to be up to 70 tomorrow. Now, that's encouraging, but I'd rather be 83 and sunny. I got that blood in me that I just need to be around hot weather. Like, I got the Floridian blood. Like, when it's 70 degrees, I still have my hoodie on. I got to be hot, sweating. Oh, not in the ditch working. I did that. Just like sitting on a palm tree chilling. I did that too. D, laugh out loud. This picture I usually use is a picture of me with Elvis in a photo booth taken years ago. I'm wearing shades in a picture. Laugh out loud. I'm not mad at you. Look, I'm not mad at you. I love you, D. I appreciate you. I would love to see that picture. D, oops, picture. I got you. Yeah, I used to have pictures like me and my dog and stuff like. When I first started deciding, like, to get back into the game, like, you know, like I always told people, after the mid-20s, and I realized I wasn't going to get in a relationship, I let myself go. I just ate whatever I wanted, got real fat. Then when I lost a bunch of weight, I said, man, I'm going to get back into the dating game because I got something to offer now. And so, even though when I was big, I pulled a couple chips because, hey, I got the personality. You make somebody laugh, you're going to be all right. Now, what I will say, and so then I lost weight, so then I get on Match.com, okay? Disaster. Then I get on Match.com. At that time, that was a Tinder. And, what was I going to say? Oh, so the first couple pictures, your pictures are everything. I was some girl that I met on Match.com. Her profile says, this is hilarious. Her profile says, I am not into outer beauty. It's the inner beauty that matters. And then she put in all caps, note, if you don't have a profile picture, I will not respond. I thought inner beauty was everything. And she's telling the other person, if you don't have a profile picture, I won't respond. This world's sick. What do you go after? Everyone goes after whoever you're attracted to. And then who do you end up with? Whoever's left after the people who you're attracted to don't want to fuck with you. That's how this world works. Be careful. All right? Gilbert. Hey, Antonia, you said it. Brandon, I like the effort you put into your channel. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that. You're passionate. I watch you because I like I like to ditch rent and mortgage. Well, I hear that, brother. And thank you for the comment. And good to meet you, Brandon. Love and respect to you. And yeah, now look, the simple life has been a blessing to me. Living full-time out of my car for a year, it is good. I mean, it used to be the American dream to own a house. I'm telling you, it's not. And I used to think that. But that being said, I always want to be fair. I deal with a lot of negative stuff not negative for me because I like to move, but you just have to be mindful that you're going to be doing a lot of driving. And, you have to have a certain personality. But what I will say is it works for me. And I always tell people too, even if you don't end up living full-time out of a car, even if you can downsize your house and cut your living expenses in half. Like I said, my mortgage, my taxes, my utilities, everything added up was $2,500 a month. That's in New Jersey, up, 40 minutes outside New York. So it's good real estate. Now, and I lived in a gated community. What I will say is that you should look at your monthly housing costs, and you could see, even if you don't live out of your car, can you downsize and cut your monthly living expenses in half? So if your mortgage was $2,500, can you cut that in half and then move into like a condo for $1,200? That's what I was originally doing. When I put my house on the market, I came back from Florida. I said, that's it. I'm fucking out of here. I said, I'm going to sell my house, God willing. Then I'm going to buy a smaller house or it'll be half of what I'm currently paying. My goal was to go from paying $2,500 a month in housing costs down to $1,200. Just a small studio efficient apartment or condo. Because what you realize is most people, 75% of their homes, 75% of their square footage is waste. People get 1 kid, 2 kids, and they say, we need more space. Then they get more space. All they have is toys everywhere, rooms that they don't use, parents that come once a year, and then when they come, they can't wait for the 2 days when they fucking leave. You'd be better off getting a hotel for them. A basement that never gets finished. An attic that just traps hot air in the summer and cold air in the winter. People are very inefficient. Downsize. I think the average person only needs 250 square feet per person. So if you had 4 people living in a house, if you had a wife, a husband, and 2 kids, you should only need 1,000 square foot house. That's very powerful. A lot of people don't want to accept that though. And I'm not mad. Live whatever life you want to live. Good to meet you, Brandon. Pat, happy birthday, Sam. It's my birthday. Not yet. In the summertime, it's my birthday. But thank you. It's not my birthday. Happy B-Day. Everybody give me the happy birthday. Thank you. Thank you. Not yet in the summertime, but thank you. Gilbert, Sam, is it your birthday? Not yet. Summertime. Soon. Pat, if you marry for the sex, you're getting married for the wrong reason. If you get in a relationship for sex, you're getting the wrong reason. Sex is only 10% of a relationship. Even if both people are very sexual, you think about it. Sex is only the amount of time, energy, and money you spend with a person. Sex is only 10% of the relationship. Even people who are sex addicts, you only spend 10% of the time having sex. 90% of that is the other stuff that you don't want to deal with. Not worth it. It's not a good risk reward. It's not efficient. And then you got to deal with them. So just be mindful. You're better off having a sex toy than sex. Now, again, to each his own. I'm just sharing my experience. Your experience may be different. Let me see. Everybody's telling me happy birthday. Thank you, Angela. It's not my birthday, but thank you, Meadow. And DC, happy birthday. Thank you. Not yet. Happy birthday. Did I say not yet? It's not my birthday yet. Thank you, everyone. I appreciate that. Pat, I like the thought of taking care of someone else. Whew, that makes me want to throw up. I wish I can give you the throw up emoji, but also the heart emoji because I love you. Oh, taking care of somebody else. Oh, I want to throw up when you say it, but I love you. In my own way, cooking, housekeeping, or just a buddy. It's not always great, though. I don't think it's for everyone. That's fair. I love you, and everyone has a different path. It makes me think of that movie. I don't know if it was like 30 or This Is Our 40s or This Is 40. It was when a married couple was in their middle age. Average life expectancy is 78 years old. 76 for males, 80 for women. So half of your life is over pretty much when you're about 40, okay? Statistically speaking. So at 40, this married couple had realized this is what life's about. Their kids were 8, 10 years old and said, wow, this is what life's really about. And they wanted to kill each other. In their mind, not actually. And they started sharing with each other, did you ever think about killing me? Or living without me, oh, I'm going to be a widow, or I'm going to be a widower, or, some people fantasize about that. So the wife, the husband said, yeah, hell yeah, sometimes thought about killing you. How would you kill me? And this was a comedy a little bit too, please, don't get too crazy. So the husband said, yeah, if I ever killed you, I'd put you in a woodchucker, and you would go into a million pieces. Again, a comedy, please don't take that literally. But they were serious. Then the wife says, well, I wouldn't kill you like that. That's violent. How I would like to kill you is I would like to poison you with cupcakes that are laced with poison, and then I would take care of you for 6 months while you die slowly and you're helpless and you can't talk back to me. Because a mother, a woman has a nurturing caretaker. She wants to see you. She don't necessarily want to see you die, but she likes the fact that you can't talk back to her, and all she has to do is take care of you like a little baby. What's a woman's best friend? A baby. What's a man's best friend? A dog. What should you do? Whatever you want. Gilbert, happy birthday to you. Not my birthday yet, but thank you. I appreciate all that love. Better video tubes. A birthday wish for you, Sam. Well, fuck it. It might as well be my birthday. Everybody's saying happy birthday. Start by doing what's necessary, then do what's possible, and suddenly you are doing the impossible. Francis of Assisi. Better video tubes. Another great comment, brother. Another great quote. Thumbs up to you. I like that. I'll take that. Pat. Cool and cloudy here in Southern California. It is cool and cloudy. It was windy earlier today. I'm a hog in heaven. Well, love and respect you, Pat. I didn't know you were in Southern California. That's a great state, too. That's close to Arizona. Great state. I got my good friend who I met on YouTube, Sarah, from down there, and I seen her on Instagram. She's like, this is how people from Southern California dress when it's freezing. And she on like a light jacket and a little thing. It was negative below zero here last month. So freezing up northeast, not for me. Not for me. As I get older, I'm hoping it's my last winter up here. But I'm not going to abandon my job. I'm blessed at my job. Got to figure something out. Star Pack. Quick. Bring in Sam's B-Day present. All right. I'll take it. Bring in the Cuban coffee, Colombian women in yoga pants. Yes. Holding the purest of water in Skinny Pop. Star Pack. You just spoke to my heart, brother. It is my birthday, actually. I'll take that. I'll take that gift. Thank you, Star Pack. Love and respect you. I'll drink to that, too. Star Pack. That's all I want for my birthday. That's it. I don't want Class B. I'll take what you said. Pat. Lots of new folks here, Sam. I love it. I love it, too. As long as it's positive and don't get crazy. I'm thankful for that. Have I met a few crazy people? Crazy? No, I don't want to say crazy. I don't like using that word. Forgive me. Have I met a few negative, or not just negative, but people who are way different and go way Oh. Don't start a YouTube channel if you're not ready for people to chip away at your self-confidence. You got to be a confident person to keep it going, because you're going to get some negative backlash, or you're going to get some people with total opposite views and they want to force them on you. Or, sometimes too, I make a mistake. Sometimes I'm a little bit too rough. It's a journey when you do a YouTube channel and you stay with it and you upload consistently and you go live consistently. Big difference. But for me, it's been a blessing and I'm very thankful for it. D'Angela, don't forget the big cup of Diet Coke. That's right. Angela, I may date you, but only in my mind, not in real life. You're right. Every day, sometimes 2 a day, large Diet Coke with plenty of ice, halfway up, filled with ice. Got to be from Wawa or McDonald's. Can't do anything else. And very good. Very good. That'll make my day. That's all I want. But chewing on ice in 46-degree weather Fahrenheit, not the same as being in Boca Raton and at night it's like 70 degrees. Just a big difference. But I'm thankful. Star Pack. Yes, we shall bring in the Diet Coke, all for Sammy. Thank you. And I want you guys to have something too. It's my birthday. I don't want to just be selfish. Star Pack, what do you want? Star Pack, you get something. Everybody gets something. I'm like Oprah. You get a car. Everybody gets a car. I'm a giver, not a taker, but I don't take any shit. You understand what I'm saying? Brandon, good detail, info, and tips with your reply. Thank you, Sam. You're a good man. No, thank you. Nobody's good. Don't put me on a pedestal, only because I don't want to let you down. But, Brandon, thank you, brother. I appreciate the encouragement, and I say the same to you. Continue to go forward on your journey, however you define it for you, and love and respect, and thank you, and it's good to meet you. Pat, my husband and I have tried to rent out a part of our house, I think she said, to kin. Oh, another throw up emoji to that, but I'll get into it after I read your comment. Long story short, for the most part, a bad idea, even if you don't get along. Totally agree with that. One is, I despise the idea of being a landlord. Some people ask me, Sam, why'd you sell your house? Why didn't you just rent it out? And I did a whole video on that. All I'm going to say is throw up emoji. I don't want to be in a relationship. I don't want a mortgage. The last thing I want to do is pay a mortgage, house someone else who probably can't get a mortgage, or even if they can get a mortgage, some renters are great, some are bad. But bottom line is, you got to take care of that. Not good. Not good. And I saw my mother in a multi-family house. She rents now, so I understand. but she rented out that place. I was there every weekend trying to, well, no, I wasn't there every week, I'm lying to you. But I would have to go from time to time to fix things up, or she would ask me. It became a big point of contention. Big point of contention. I would never rent out a place. There's a lot of good renters. I shouldn't say all renters are bad, but the bottom line is the problem with the landlord-renter relationship is you're married. I got a mortgage. I owned a condo. People live below me. One of the greatest people I ever met. Great neighbors. The bottom line is you're married to whoever your neighbor is. When you rent your house or you rent part of your house, you just got married again. You think marriage is hard? Then have a renter in your life or be a landlord. You don't have to, I know people who rent and who own property just to rent it out. So it's not like, renters are, and I was like, why would you do that? But some people want to do that. Now, some people are into real estate. I'm not. I got a great friend. He does it. He buys property, he likes to rent it out. I despise it. Then the other thing is with family members, huge boundaries. Like I said, I can't even be around family members too long, not because I don't love them, not because I'm not thankful for them. I like to be by myself. And these are my thoughts. These are my opinions. People may have a different opinion, different thoughts. I respect and understand that. But I have to share my life. This is my opinion. Meadow. Oh, it's not your birthday? That's okay. I'll still take the Cuban coffee and Columbia girls, though. Thank you. Pat, I thought you said it was your birthday. Sorry, hugs to you anyway. I appreciate the love. Thank you. Start back. You said it was your B-day. Oh, no. I guess it was. I don't know. I didn't think I said that. Start back. Bring in the presents anyway. I'll take that. Thank you, Start back. Better video tubes. Sam, you told the young lady earlier your age, and today was your birthday. Well, I must have misspoke. I didn't mean to say that. Today, my age is 37. This year, if I said today, I'm sorry. This year, in the summertime, is my birthday. I'll be 38 this year, not today. Sorry. Gilbert, it's not your birthday, but I guess you can enjoy you can enjoy it anytime with friends. That's right. And what are the type of friends I like? Virtual friends. I'm being honest with you now. I don't want to pander. I like friendship that is in the virtual world. You can leave the chat room. I can end the live stream, and that's the most responsibility we have. Let's be honest, too. We're all great friends. Why? Because we don't have to deal with each other all the time. If you have to deal with someone, I have a couple people that I know that I like in real life as far as dealing with on a consistent basis. But on average, if we were all, in real life, if we all lived in a community, let's put it this way. If we all lived in a community, in a condo community, and we were all neighbors, okay? We wouldn't like each other as much as we do now. We join for an hour, 2 hours at night in the virtual world, and we can come and go as we please. There's no responsibility. There's no emotional transfers to ruin your day. There's no complaining to ruin your day. That's what makes this magical. Let's be honest. And that's why I like technology. I want to be honest. I don't want to lie to you. I don't want to say, I love you. I love you, but I love you too because, it's limited responsibility and maximum connection. I like that. Well, not maximum, but it's close. Oh, well, he made an honest mistake. I'm sorry about that. Startback says. Better Video Tubes retracted a comment. Milano from Miami. It's 76 degrees in Fahrenheit at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. When do I go live? 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And now as I make this, at 8:30, and now as we speak, it's 76 degrees for him. It's 46 degrees to me. There's a 30-degree difference from Miami to New Jersey. Does that make me sad? Yes. But does that make me happy for Milano? Yes. Milano, I'm happy for you, brother. I love you. And I like that weather. Pat, I love my yoga pants. So does my husband. Sometimes I watch yoga pants porn. I put that in the search bar. Like yoga pants porn. I do. I'm sorry, I do. Pat, I'm a little crazy, Sam. I'm not mad at you. Nice to give the kiss emoji. I'm not mad at you. Starback, nothing wrong with a little crazy. Ain't nothing wrong with that, but I don't want to date anyone like that. I don't want to be friends with anybody like that. Hanging, but we're all crazy. But that's what I'm saying. I want to be by myself. There's a lady right now pushing out her carriage. I don't know where she's going. There's no car. Is that crazy? A little bit. Do I want to go home with her? No. Pat, even if you get along with your kin, and that means family, don't do it. Totally agree with that. It's just not a good idea. Totally agree with that. I love them too. Yep, I love everyone as long as I don't have to live with them. You understand what I'm saying? I love everyone as long as I don't have to live with them. Okay? Selling John, Sam, it's 76 degrees Fahrenheit right now in Boca Raton. Just saying. Damn it. John, never coming back, brother. Never coming back. I love you. Gotta get to Boca. Start back. Renting is an interesting concept. Well, I want to be fair here. I used to be a big everything you should own. I used to be that way. I'm evolving as I get older. I think renting is wise sometimes. I think renting is wise from your perspective. From a landlord's perspective, I just never want to deal with a renter. I don't want to deal with anyone, but that's what I'm saying. But I think it's wise to rent for some people. Whether even if you're going to be there for a short period of time, or if you don't want the responsibility of the maintenance of a house. Because the maintenance of a house is a killer. It never stops. Now, rents always go up, but taxes always go up. When you rent, you don't build up equity. But when you own, yes, you get equity, but you have to deduct over the course of that 20, 30 years you built up equity. How much maintenance repairs did you did? How many taxes you paid? How much was your utility bills? You know, how much aggravation? How much of joy did it steal from your life? Were you at Lowe's and Home Depot picking up a water heater Sunday night? Were you buying off Amazon.com furniture that you had to put together and it took you 3 days to figure out the J piece goes to the A nut? Not for me. Some people it's for. Should you rent? Well, you should do what you want, and I'm not totally against renting. I'm not. I think for some people it's wisdom. Hanging by the beach says, the definition of a mortgage is death. I understand that. I didn't always, I evolve. I used to think mortgage and owning property is the number one thing you can do. Now, in many cases, it's wise, especially if you're going to have a family. If you're going to have a family and you're going to live in the same area, then what else are you going to do? You got to find a good public school system. You might as well build up equity. You're going to be there for a while. So it's all relative to who you are and what your mindset is. But definitely, if you're single and you plan to move around and if you're not in the state you want to live in, be careful. Because once you get a mortgage, that's the other reason why once you get a mortgage, if you lose your house, you're going to have to get another high stress job just to maintain a house that doesn't inspire you. If you're working strictly to pay the mortgage on a house that doesn't inspire you, to live in a town that doesn't inspire you, to live in a state that doesn't inspire you, you got to be very careful the type of life you live, because you can get caught in a vicious cycle and waste your whole life in a town, in a state, in a house that doesn't inspire you. You got to be very careful. Milano, 37 is half. Laugh out loud. It is. 30-degree drop is a big difference. I was watching Bob Wells today, briefly, and he likes the elevations. He likes the mountains. I think he was in Colorado, and he was saying, like, don't quote me on this, like there's 3 degrees for every 1,000 feet up you go in elevation. I learned that when I went to Vermont this summer. It was like it was like 80 degrees in July, or 80 or 90 degrees. And when I went up to Vermont, I went to a mountain to do some camping. It was like 60, 55 degrees. So for every 1,000 feet you go in elevation, I think it's 3 degrees that the temperature decreases. So for a lot of people who like the cool weather in the summer, they go into the mountains. Do I want to do that? No. Why? Because I like flat land. I did a whole video on that. Florida is the flattest state, I think, in the country. I like that. And I like it hot. I like to sweat. Some people don't, especially big people. They don't like, and I'm not mad at that. I like to sweat. When I'm up in Jersey, it's cold. I gain more weight. Why? I can't blame it on the weather because I believe in taking accountability. But what are you going to do? But you're going to eat soup. You're going to watch the Hallmark Channel. And you're going to watch porn, you're going to overeat skinny popcorn, you're going to go to bed. Not good. Sam, age is just a number. Well, I love you, Milano, but no, it's not. It's not. Age, even as I make this, I'm 37 years old, my body feels different than it did when I was 27 years old. And I'm a lot skinnier. The older you get, the more your body deteriorates. Your physical body and even possibly some of your mental capacity. Age is a real thing as far as what you're able to do in this world, physically speaking, not your character, not your soul, etc. Because I know many young people that have, I know many old people that have great energy and that are very enthusiastic and passionate and can do a lot of things young people can't. But I want to be clear. You're not going to be 80 years old paddleboarding. And if you are, you're going to be like there for 1 second paddleboard and somebody's going to take a picture and put it in newspaper. You're not going to really be doing it. When I went paddleboarding this summer in a lake, my knees were like shaking after 10 minutes. And I said, damn. I said, there's no way I could do this when I'm 67. And when I go to Florida and I see the older retirees, they ain't doing a lot of surfing. They ain't doing, they're just sitting under the shade at a restaurant, trying not to kill each other. I don't want that life. As you get older, there's less you can do in this world. You better believe it. I've seen people get old. I've seen them die. I've seen them suffer. And I've seen the struggles that it is getting older. There's struggles getting older. I'm not going to pander to you. You know, we all have to remember that. As you get older, some things get better. You may financially be better. You may mentally and emotionally be able to understand life better. But physically, your body's going to deteriorate. Be mindful of that. Pat. Yes, we would get along, Sam. I would make you dinner and then get mad when you said, what the fuck? I'm not mad at you, but I wouldn't even come to the dinner. You know how many people invite me to dinner parties? I said, I'm not coming. We know when you get to RSVP, like within 30 days, I said, bro, don't even send me that. I'm not coming. As soon as I get the RSVP, I said, look, I'm not coming. I'll send that shit right back. I'll send an email right back. I'll decline that Facebook invite. I'm not coming. Not because I don't love you and I appreciate the invite. I got one person that invites me all the time. I said, always invite me because I actually like this guy and his wife. I said, but I don't want to go. I appreciate the invite. It encourages me, but I don't want to go. I wouldn't even go to your dinner. Not because I don't love and appreciate and respect you. I don't want anything to do with it. I know myself. I won't be happy. I don't care if you made the best soup in the world. Would I be happy sitting down in your house? Like, I don't even like going to houses. I just got out of my mother's house. I spent some time with her because I love my mom. I respect my mom. But I get antsy, like, in the house now. I get antsy. I was always been like that. I get antsy sitting around in the same spot for a long time. I got to be moving. What's my man from upstate New York? The name of his town is Flowing Water. That's how I am. I got to flow. I can't be stagnant. I appreciate the invitation, though. Milano says he's going to a boat show this week. Milano, take pictures and do some video if you can. You and John should hook up. John loves boats. Boating is so big. The culture is so big in Florida. Beautiful boats out there. But what are boats? Boats are a big money pit. But if you enjoy doing them, and if you're in a state like Florida where it's all year round, then I said praise the Lord. I mean, you got to enjoy your life. But there's an example where I think renting is better. Unless you were going to live out of your boat like John. Or, I mean, that's the only way I think boating works out. Or if you're just really rich. If you're the average person, I would not recommend buying a boat. Money pit. If you're going to live in it, or if you have the money to dispose of that income, then I say buy one. But you got to be very careful. But I'm not mad at you for going to the show. Just like me, I go to RV shows because I find it inspiring, but I won't buy any. Not at this time in my life. Because it's a money pit. For me. Not for everyone, but for me. But have fun, brother. I'm looking forward to seeing some video maybe. And I want you to be happy. And I'm glad that you're doing something that makes you happy. Because I could tell we shared a couple comments about that and you're passionate about that. And I like that. Star Pack. I have fairly decent sized family. My uncle rents out places. He says how important contracts are in hiring the legal team. Good comment, Star Pack. If you have to hire a legal team, it's going to be stress. And he's wisdom. That's wisdom to have good contracts. I learned that when I was contracting. Put everything in writing. If you're going to do contracting, if you're going to renovate somebody's kitchen, put everything in writing. I remember one of my first jobs, we were renovating some lady's kitchen. And it was a husband and wife. But we were mainly dealing with the wife. And so we renovate this kitchen. And we had written in the contract what we were expected to do. When we got just about done, she said, oh, I want some more lights here. And we said, okay, if you do that, it's going to be an extra. She'd go, okay, that's fine. So we wrote up a separate ticket. And then she would do that through several times during the course of the kitchen renovation. She wanted to add an outlet. She wanted to add a chandelier. She wanted to add whatever, right? So after the job is all said and done, we give her she initially had to put 50% down, but we give her all the final invoices. And she goes, oh my God, it's too much. It's too much. You guys are ripping me off. You told me it was this price and now it's this. I said, whoa, that was the only time we ever had a problem because I was always very upfront. So I said, look, no problem. I said, I just want to show you all the invoices that we went over, that you signed, that you wanted an extra here, you wanted an extra here. And we put in each receipt how much it was going to cost and you signed it. I said, so, I mean, look, I don't want to cause a problem, but, it's all in writing and you signed it. And then when her husband saw it, he goes, honey, they're right. I mean, you signed it away. They showed you the price. It shows it right there clearly. And then like the day later, she came back to us and she apologized. She goes, no, I got upset with you guys, but really she was upset with like, I don't know, the carpenter contract or something. A carpenter had failed the inspection and they were having problems with them because they were a little bit not on the up and up. And she took that frustration out on us. And I understand that because one of the most stressful things you can ever do is renovate your house. You want to have suicidal thoughts, renovate your house and get married in the same year. Very painful. I don't recommend that. What I would say is, when you're doing business, everything has to be written, documentation, and some jobs you don't take. Some people that want to rent your place, you don't take. Well, as long as, you're not discriminating. You understand what I'm saying? Because it's like, that's why you do background checks. That's why you do credit checks, etc. Like a lot of times with my mom, she don't do any of that. And a lot of times she has problems with her tenants. Now, again, not on a discrimination basis, but you need to have background checks. You need to have credit checks to see what type of, when you rent your place out, you're getting into a business transaction. You're getting into a marriage. And my mom never does any of that. She just, whoever's willing to take the apartment, she rents out. And it's always, not always an issue. There's some great tenants. But I'm just trying to say that I've seen that, how much of a heartache that can be. And if you're hiring a legal team, that's going to be a lot of stress. But some people, they're passionate about real estate. So they should do it. I'm not passionate about real estate. Star Pack. Wisdom usually comes from age, not always. I wrote a book, self-published. Wisdom does not determine age. Why? Because I met a lot of old people that are very unwise. A level of age does come. Age does bring a level of experience, and that can bring wisdom. Certainly, for a lot of people it does, but for a lot of people it doesn't. They're old, and they're very bitter, very immature, very spiteful, and very old. And there's not much wisdom in that. NDC, how many years of the nomad life will a well-maintained vehicle last? That's a good question. I don't know. We're going to find out. Right now, 2 years, 75,000 miles. Other than oil changes, definitely it's going to lessen the life expectancy if you live a type of nomadic life like me. I make 5 trips to Florida in 5 months. So, if you're the type of nomad where you're still going to stay within a 30-mile radius for your entire nomadic journey, then it's going to last just as long as if you commuted to work. So it's all relative to how you use it. For me, I don't know. We'll see. They say the average car can last up to 200,000 without any major issues, 200,000 miles. So I'm just about a halfway life expectancy. So then you would got to figure about a 5-year life expectancy on average, the way I live. But eventually, if I ever did get to Florida, and eventually, and hopefully when, something like that, or a remote job or something like that comes up, and if it does work out, then I won't travel as much, because now that I've traveled, I've explored the areas I want to explore. I know my favorites. So my next phase of my nomadic life is going to be hopefully some type of remote position, or some type of home base or area where I'm mainly in Florida. I may still travel in the rainy season outside of Florida, but that's my plan. So now as I mature into the phase 2 of my nomadic life, for me, I'm going to travel less. For some people, they have a vision of just non-stop travel. I don't have a vision of that. I know now where I like to be for the most part. I'll travel a little bit, but I'll stay in those areas, and I won't put it on as many mileage. So this car may not last as long, but in the future, I would think, the way I'm planning it, is that it won't be as many miles that I have on this. Let me go back to some comments. Starpack says, I know I'm backed up on comments. I'm going to get there. Starpack says, it will be interesting when we see you get a new vehicle. Thank you, brother. Yeah, I've been thinking about that. At this time, I have no plans to get a new vehicle. Why? Because my Jeep Renegade still inspires me. I just washed it today, and Pat, you'd be happy. I did a little vacuuming, and I looked outside of it. I felt inside. It still inspires me completely. So it's still reliable. It's good. I have no issues with it. It fits my needs at this time of my life. So, right now, if I had to get another vehicle, possibly a Toyota Prius, maybe like that cargo van I showed you, that Chevy or a Ford Transit, but those don't inspire me on the outside. They give me more room on the inside, but they don't inspire me to look at. So, I don't know, but I don't want to get there yet mentally, because I'm hoping that, this will last me at least a few more years, but it may not, I don't know. But it still inspires me, and that's one of the major things that I look at in life now that I've simplified my life. Does this inspire me? And that matters to me, and that should matter to you somewhat. Pat says, yes, If you marry somebody who is not a handyman, you're in trouble. Yes, and let me tell you something. If you get married, they're going to want you to be a handyman. Why? Because they want you to be the guy from the Notebook. Who's the guy from the Notebook? A guy who basically is the simple guy, doesn't say a lot, and he's willing to build you a house while you're indecisive. And then at the end of the life, you're not going to remember him, but you want him to take care of you in a nursing home, and then you're both going to die in each other's arms and go into heaven. Is that going to happen? Probably not. Am I going to fix someone's house? No way. That's just my opinion, but I'm not mad if you want to marry a guy like this from the Notebook. Star Pack. Yes, having some know-how with tools are essential. Well, for some people, not for me. What I say, live cheap, hire somebody. I don't want to fix anything, and I don't want to help people move. If I really love you, I'll give you $100 for a moving company. I'll chip in. I'm not going to help you move, and I'm not going to turn wrenches in the bottom of your sink. I don't want to live that life. Some people want to live that life. I don't want to live that life. I took a few classes in high school so that I can hold my worth when it comes the day I own my house. Oh, and you have house maintenance. Oh, my live feed last night, maintenance is a killer. It's a killer. You will find out, and I'm not saying that negatively, but if you ever buy a house, maintenance will be the killer. Even if you rent, if you take care of it, it's going to be a killer. Maintenance, I get my tires changed tomorrow, that's a killer to me. I hate maintenance. Sometimes if I have to change my tires, well, should I just get a new car? Sometimes if you have to change the timing belt, you go say, oh, should I just get a new car? Maintenance is the killer. Never the purchase, it's the maintenance. You got to be very careful. Getting in a relationship, that's not the killer. The maintaining the relationship is the killer. I don't want a high maintenance person, and everyone's high maintenance. Dolores. Are you going to consider one of those campers with the cubes inside? No, but good comment, Dolores. One of my initial videos was a small, light travel trailer. One of the only ones on the market that the Jeep Renegade could actually pull. It was about 1,500 pounds. What travel trailer is that? It's called the Happier Camper. I did a video on it. It's in my Nomad playlist on my channel. It's a company based out of California. It's all fiberglass, a small unit. It does not have a shower. It just has a bunch of cubes, and it does have like a little sink. And it's pretty much towable by anything. 1,500 pounds, very light. But what I found is, one is I don't want to tow anything. Two is that's a huge burden on where are you, unless you have a home base. But if you don't have a home base, where are you going to park it? And I don't want to tow anything. I don't want that extra burden on my back at this point in my life. I like maximum freedom and flexibility. Even if you get the lightest travel trailer on the market, you're having a small kid. That kid won't eat as much as the other kids, but you still got to take care of it. I don't want to do that. So after I'm done with my live feed and I set my car up, I'm going to roll right over here. I'm going to roll to the back here, and that's it. I'm not going to unhitch. I'm not going to back it up. I'm not doing any of that. I'm just rolling my ass here. In the morning, I roll, and I'm out. I love that. Where am I at? Non-playlist. Love and respect you. With the cross emoji. Or the cross profile. Loving your accent. Thank you. Sometimes I don't even realize I have an accent. Thank you, non-playlist. NDC. My connection is frozen. Yeah, sometimes I'm streaming a lot of bandwidth. I go live for an hour, 2 hours. So sometimes, depending on where I'm at, I use a Sprint unlimited data plan. I don't do Wi-Fi. It gets frozen or it gets knocked off. I got to reboot the app. Sorry about that. I know that's frustrating. Start back, refresh. I did. Start back. Or click off the video and come back. Thank you, Starpack. Always keeping the crowd entertained while I'm gone. Starpack, sometimes he plays waiting room music. I appreciate that, Starpack. Thank you. Starpack. That happens to me also very once in a while. D'Angela. I went on a dinner cruise in Clearwater. Throw up emoji. That's what I want to give to that. Last night and saw an 80-year-old lady dancing and jamming to Usher. Inspiring. Throw up. Number 2 emoji that. Not because I don't love you. And if you're inspired, you should go on a cruise and you should watch an old lady dance, living a vida loca. For me, 1 is a cruise, double throw up emoji. Why? I'm trapped on this big ass boat, and I don't even like someone else. I don't even allow other people to drive in my car. I don't get in cars where I can't drive. I don't get on airplanes because I can't drive. I want to be able to go wherever I want. On a big ass cruise, I gotta go at everyone else's pace. I can't just get up and go. But I respect Angela. That's inspiring to her. That's all that matters. And then, like, seeing an old lady, like, dancing, get inspired, that inspires me. But what you don't see is the old lady going back to her sleeping quarters, and she's probably divorced. And if she's not, she's taking, I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to be negative. And that's negative towards your dream. I am happy. fake smile. I'm happy that D'Angelo's happy. I am, but I'm not happy about that cruise. But I love that. That makes her happy. We're all different. We're all different. If you have a dream, I always say I don't want to be a dream killer. If you have a dream of romance, for some people, a romantic comedy, that's their dream. They want to live a romantic comedy. Am I mad at that? No, I'm not. I'm sincerely not. People out there that want that. And so I have to be very careful that when I'm passionate about my life, I don't put a fire extinguisher on someone else's passion. So respect to you, D'Angelo. One is I'm glad that you had a good time on the cruise, sincerely. And I'm glad that you got inspired to see a possible future for you. That's all I can say. Very happy though for you. Where we at? Star Pack. Hey, at NDC, did that fix it? Milano, if you belong to a club, you have access to a boat. That's another good option. If you want to do some type of like timeshare, that's basically what it sounds like. If you join like a boating club, it's like a timeshare that you can use certain boats at certain times. I think that's wisdom. Why? To a certain extent, depending on who you are, you avoid the maintenance. You know, you're just part of a club. You pay a monthly fee. As long as that fee is within realm of you living below your means, I think that's wisdom. Now, obviously, if you're like Johnny, you want a full-time out of a boat, that doesn't make sense. But if you're like Milano, who lives out of an RV, Class B+, and you want to go boating once in a while, that's a good option. I like that option. Better video tubes. Angela. D'Angela. Antonia. D'Angela. She was probably 18 years old, but had an alligator skin from exposure. Yikes. Oh, man, you just went after the older lady? Gotta be careful. The women gonna hate on you for that. And all of our skin, men and women, our skin gets older. Our bodies deteriorate. So it happens to both men and women. And I love you, Better Video Tubes. NDC, unfortunately not. Star Pack. It's not sure what's wrong. Maybe Sammy can get help. Better Video Tubes. JK. Angelina. D'Angelo. Laugh out loud. All caps. You never know, Better Video Tubes. Better Video Tubes. True. I'm totally lost now. I'm just reading these comments. Sarah John. Low budget here. Older boat. Paid. Minimal slip rent. Till leaving and anchor out. Minimal living expenses. Same maintenance as the car. Just my situation. And then he gave the sunglass emoji with the smile emoji. That's right. No one knows your situation like you. No one knows you like you. No one loves your baby like you. You need to live the life that inspires you. You need to be you. I need to be me. That's very important in life. Get inspiration from other people. Share, connect, and build. But never design your life around someone else, including me. You design your life around yourself. That's a blessed life. And I support that. And I support my brother John. Milano, Honda Civic, 41 miles per gallon. Milano trying to sell me on those Hondas. What, I don't like Honda Civics, man. They don't inspire me. That's a big requirement to me. What's a requirement? Not only is it gas efficient, not only does it make sense financially, but doesn't inspire me. I mean, I could buy a cheap car, and it doesn't matter. I was looking at a Chevy Spark. That's one of the cheapest cars on the market. That starts at like $12,000. Base model. Why was I looking at it? Yeah, it was great on gas. Yeah, it was cheap. But it also, the outside inspired me. It looks sexy. I like it. Honda Civic doesn't inspire me. That's a huge requirement in my life. I have to be inspired. But thank you for the recommendation, Milano. D, I watched you video. NDC. I do oil changes and brake jobs. I do throw up emojis to that. Oh, but I give you credit for that. For two close people, 9 out of 10 times the problem is simple to solve. It is for people who like to do it. We are all on different levels. That's true. NDC is totally right. Some people are good with their hands and they like working with their hands. And some people are mechanically inclined. I have a friend, great friend. He just did a kitchen renovation. He said, Sam, I want to show you something. Don't get upset with me. I said, bro, I'm never going to get upset with you. You're my guy. And he showed me him gutting out his kitchen. I said, bro, you gutting out your kitchen? I said, you crazy? You're going to kill yourself. He goes, Sam, please don't get upset. He goes, because he knows I hate maintenance. He goes, look, I know that you don't like any of this shit. He goes, but for me, I like to work with my hands. I like to build stuff. That's what he likes to do. And then I said, you know what? You're right. I said, I'm happy for you. That's what you like to do. As long as you're not putting too much on your plate, I said, praise the Lord. Now, if you're working a full-time job, you're struggling getting by, and you're doing free oil changes for your buddy, be careful. But I also say, I watch a guy on YouTube, a Florida suburban dad, a small channel, but I like him because why? Because he talks about Florida. I don't like him 100%, but I don't like, no one likes anyone 100%. But I'll say this. Good channel, though. He did a video recently about he had a bad day. And he went for a walk. I think that's wisdom. What should you do each day? Go for a walk. That's how you stay inspired. If you don't go for a walk, you're not going to be inspired. As long as you physically can. So he was going for a walk around his community. And he was having a bad day. He was going over all things that was ruining his day. And he saw one of his neighbors. And his neighbors was struggling putting together a piece of furniture. And he goes, let me go grab my tools and help you. And his neighbor said, no, I don't want to make you do that. I don't want to put a burden on you. And he kept insisting. And in his video, he said, you know why I insisted? I wasn't trying to be disingenuous. He goes, for me, when I'm having a tough day, I need to do something like that. I need to put something together, work with my hands, work with my tools, because it relieves me. It heals me. Instead of just reflecting on my ruined day. There's many men, some women, that enjoy working in their garage. They enjoy tinkering around with things. Because that helps them relieve the mental stresses of this world. Am I mad at that? No, not at all. I'm happy for them. They should do that. Thinking of having a garage with all those tools and working on cars, that makes me want to throw up emoji. But for some people, that makes them want to smile emoji. We're all different. What's my answer? Be you. Never forget it. Silent Assassin. What's up, brother? I hope you're not assassinating anybody. Praise the Lord. Good to meet you. I came across your page and inspired me to camp and sleep on my sleep in my car in his Jeep, he said. That's good. What kind of Jeep you have, brother? I know a couple people doing full-time out of Jeep. Silent Assassin. Good to meet you, brother. Peace and love to you. And I'm glad that I inspired you, man. That's love. Start back. I'm afraid that I have to go for now. No problem, brother. Go and come as you like, man. It's all peace and love. I need to do a little studying. You should. And some other stuff. Do whatever you want. I might be back later, though. Thank you, Star Pack. Thank you, brother. Love and respect to you. Thank you for always joining. Thank you for being a first commenter. Good luck on your studies. And just unwind. Enjoy your day, brother. You're a good brother. And I want you to have a positive night. Go in peace, brother. Go in peace. Mama says, I'm going to call you Mama because I don't want to mispronounce the first name. Mammy says, happy birthday, Sam. It's my birthday, not yet. And then she gave the heart emoji, thank you. And then she gave the hands up emoji, new subscriber. But I love the messages you upload and they make me rethink. And then she put in all caps a lot of my decisions and things. Amen. Well, thank you for the birthday wishes. It's not my birthday yet. It'll be later this year. But thank you. And I am blessed to know that my videos help inspire others and blessed to know they make people think. But what I want you to know is I hope my videos don't hurt you. I mean, I hope they all push us to grow. But I know that like sometimes like when I say like I hate houses, I know like if I was in a house, I would be hurt if I didn't want to be there. But also we need to hear that a little bit too. So thank you. I just want to say thank you, period. Gilbert, Starpack, where are you from? Where are you from? Starpack's from Illinois, Gilbert. Sal and John, just checked outside. Awesome being on the water 24/7. Quick inspiration, always available. I agree with that. The water is inspirational. Like our guy from upstate New York. Water is very inspirational. I need to be around the beach. The closer I get east, southeast specifically, but the closer I get to the Atlantic Ocean, the more inspired I feel. The more inland I go, or if I go up mountains, the less inspired I get. I learned that through my exploring journey of my nomad life. You know, my first few months, all I did was explore. What I found out is I need to be by the beach and I need warm weather. I don't want to be inland. I don't want to go up mountains. I don't want to be in a forest. I want to be by the beach within 15 minutes for the most part. That inspires me. So I agree with you, John. Dolores says, bye, Starpack. Amen. Show my guy Starpack some love. Gilbert, that is me with my hands, but I can't get intellectual or funny when needed. We all have different gifts. Never compare yourself, be yourself, and love yourself. Amen. Silent Assassin, 2010 Jeep Liberty. That's a good car. I want to start page like yours. You should. I support you and I'll subscribe. I want everybody to live their dream. I work all day, make good money being a truck dispatcher. That's a good job. But after 8 years, I feel empty. Well, I respect that. That's a good analysis. All I do is work, come home, and sleep. No way to live. I agree with you, brother. I'll support you. And when you start the YouTube journey, you're not going to make most people, you're not gonna make any money. If you eventually do, it's a blessing. What have I made 6 months on YouTube? $600. That's pre-tax. I've uploaded over 600 videos. I do an hour a night live feed. I want to give you the honest shutdown. And then tomorrow I won't even be monetized. You need at least 1,000 subscribers to be monetized, and you need a certain amount of hours per year to be monetized. Now, I'll eventually get to 1,000 subscribers. The key to a YouTube channel is you have to upload consistently, and you have to have interconnection. That's the key. But it's not easy. And it does take a toll on your soul, and you get some negative feedback, which can hurt your self-confidence. And when you put yourself out there, even if you don't get negative feedback, you're going to question yourself more, because you're putting yourself out there to not just the country, the entire world. But it shouldn't make you negative, but you should be mindful. I did a lot of videos about the Jeep setup. What I want to say here is, I'm going to do a video. I did one today. It was similar to a different one I did. Walmart, you put your back seats down. Walmart sells camping padding and mattress toppers, like foam toppers. Once you put your back seats down, it's a 3-layer solution. You want to get egg crates that go on top of mattresses. You want to get the camper. It's like a yoga mat. It's a padding mat. And you want to get the foam topper, and then you put quilts on it. That's how you get the padding on your folded down back seats, and you don't have that crease, so you don't feel it in your back. And that's how I sleep comfortably. It took me a while to get it all right, but you can do it. And good luck on your journey, brother. Good to meet you. Better video tubes. I left my first wife due to sleep deprivation. She was so, oh boy, she was so belodged she had to get out of bed to turn over. She did this a dozen times a night. I've heard a lot of people complain that are in relationships about how snoring destroys their relationship. I had one person tell me that when they first got married, this was the wife speaking, she didn't want bigger than a queen size bed because she wanted to feel the warmth of her husband. She wanted to be right next to him. Then, after 10 years of marriage, she said, damn, I want a king size bed. We need more room. Lesson. Sleep and having your own space when you're sleeping after the initial cuddly stage is gone, that's very important to a quality of relationship. What do I say? I don't want any of that, but if you did, the bigger size mattress, the better. The more some people that I know that are married, they don't even sleep in the same bed. A lot of them. Some people I know that are married, they don't even sleep in the same room. That's powerful. A lot of people doing it. And going to church. Whatever works for you, though. I'm not mad if that works for you. Gilbert says, cool. Milano. I think here in Miami, $1,200 a year. Oh, that's a good price for that boat club or a boat slip. Milano says, you go sailing. That's right, sailing. You keep living your dream, brother. I appreciate you, sailing. And you're living an inspired life. You're living your life. That's all that matters. Excuse me. Better video tubes. A joke, Sammy. I kind of figured it was a joke, but I used it as an opportunity to share. But I like your jokes. I like your sense of humor. Keep them coming, better video tubes. Keep them coming. I love and appreciate your humor. Good to laugh. Don't be too serious. Milano, share a sailboat. I like that. Unless you lived out of it, then you have to have your own, in my opinion. Sailing. Milano, when I get to Miami, we'll go for a sail. You're more than welcome. Amen. I want us to all hook up eventually. Silent Assassin says, I'm curious, if I may ask. You probably answered this question in one of your videos. But what do you do to occupy most of your days? Well, I work a full-time job. Today I don't work. Today I'm not working. I don't have to be in the office 3 days a week, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, depending on, that can change weekly depending on my requirements. But 4 days a week I have to be on site. So for those days, every day I wake up between 5 and 6 a.m., even if I don't have to go to work. So if I have to go to work, that's 10 hours I'm on site. Then after that, I get something to eat, I unwind, I watch some YouTube, I do a live feed, etc. When I'm off work, I still wake up at 5, 6 a.m. I have Starbucks. I go to the gym. Then I go for a walk. Then I explore. Then I also do some trading, some stock trading. And I do videos. Videos has helped fulfill a creative space for me. Now, some days I don't upload videos because I don't have anything magical to share. Sometimes I share things that aren't magical, but I have to have a little bit of a feeling about it. And so exploring, training, taking care of myself, staying active, walking, listening to music. I go through several walks a day, watching other things that inspire me on YouTube. But like I've always told people, if you wake up early and you stay productive, I can spend all day just taking care of myself. I can spend all day going for a walk, resting, doing laundry, doing videos, doing some of my own financial investments as far as like things that I like to do, planning, traveling, etc. So videos and making videos has partly fulfilled some of my time. I mean, this burns an hour to 2 hours of my time per night. Right before I go to bed, I make these. So that's fulfilled the need. But outside of that, I'm a mainly outdoors person. And I think I kind of answered that. Good question. That being said, let's end on that because I think that's good. I think I gave a whole shebang. I think you guys did a great job. I'm very thankful for every comment, every person leaving a comment. And Renee says, Renee's on the comment. Renee's got a great spirit. She says, hey, Sam. Hey, everyone. Happy Monday. And then she gave the laugh emoji. Happy Monday to you. Renee's got a dream of maybe full-timing. She likes Class Bs. I think she can do it. She wants. Class Bs are very expensive, though. I think you'd be better off in a van. But what do you get at an RV that you don't have a van? You get heating and cooling. That's key. I will be totally honest with you. If you're going to live in a state that doesn't have a mild climate, like New Jersey in the winter, this winter was very tough when it got negative below. In the summer, it gets a little bit uncomfortable. I like the heat, so I deal with it. But if you're not going to have heating and cooling, that's your two negative things. You can get around it, but you're going to have a few weeks out of the year that really suck. So Silent Assassin said he's from Jersey. Love and respect to you. You know what it is. Is it the Garden State? They say that's what it is, but it's not really, depending on what part of state you live. But it's changed a lot too. Like I said, it's changed a lot. But life is constant change. Everything changes. I love Jersey. Respect Jersey. I love every part. I just love Florida more. Not because I like Jersey less, but I do like Jersey. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Florida fits my personality better. But New Jersey, a lot of good job opportunities. I'm blessed to have that. I could have grew up anywhere in the world. Only by the grace of God I was in New Jersey. Thank God I did. New Jersey has afforded me a lot of opportunity economically. I grew up in a diverse area, which exposed me to different cultures. Thank God for that. Some people grow up, they're around one culture, they're around one race, they're around one religion. Me, I grew up in a variety of cultures, and a variety of religions, and a variety of races, and it benefited my life, and a variety of job opportunities. So I'm very thankful for that. What part of Jersey did you grow up? Central Jersey. NDC. Thanks, Sam. Be you. Be you. Be you. Amen. Same to you. Good night, Sam and chat. That being said, thank you, everyone. I could tell. Look, Silent, you know me. I could tell you were probably a Jets fan. I was a Jets fan. I like when Boomer Esiason. I don't like him like his personality, but I love when he was a quarterback. I loved Adrian Morrell. I loved Al Toon. I loved that era of the Jets. Now, do I watch football anymore? Not really. I don't watch any sports anymore, but I still have a place in my heart. I still love basketball. I don't watch any sports anymore, but I used to love watching sports. What were my favorite teams? The Jets, the Nets. I love the Nets. When it used to be the New Jersey Nets, I used to go watch them play in the Meadowlands. The Jets and the Nets were my two favorite teams. Yep, that's it. That's just a little personal note. And then Gilbert says, good night, NDC. Go Jets, says Gilbert. And Silent Assassin says, my father grew up a Jets fan. Shea Stadium days. Yep, and I like the Mets too. Now, I stopped watching baseball when I was in my teens, but I like the Mets too. With Gary Carter and that whole era, Howard Johnson, some of my favorite players. And then Renee says, all caps, Bears forever, the Chicago Bears. Yeah, love and respect to the Chicago Bears. They're always great team. Remember that Saturday Night Live skit when they go, "The Bears"? That was a good skit. Yeah, I respect and love to every team. I was never like one of those fanatic people. Like if you liked a different team, like I fucking hated you. Look, I like everyone. As far as like I want the best for everyone. But my personal preference was the Jets and the Nets. What do I like now? Florida and Boca Raton. I don't want to watch any sports. I want to be in Boca Raton looking at girls drinking pina colada, virgin. Okay, virgin pina colada, not a virgin girl. Now I'm getting off track. This is overtime. We're in overtime right now. Hanging by the beach. Good night. And he says L and R stands for love and respect. Oh, that's a good abbreviation. The only problem with that is some people may not get it and then they don't feel love and respect. But I like that. Good job hanging by the beach. Laura says, I live in Patriot country. Yeah, New England Patriots, great team. I respect all the success they had. But what does that show us? You could push the limits. I mean, they cheated a little bit. They taped people's defense teams, defense practices, deflated the ball. But even when they didn't do that, they still were good. So the bottom line is Bill Belichick is a good coach and Tom Brady is a good player. But I wouldn't want to play for them. There was a player that said that recently from the Philadelphia Eagles. South Jersey, big Eagle town. Big Eagle town. All South Jersey. Once you get below exit 100 on the Parkway, it's Eagle country. Because they're closer to Philly than they are New York. So what I will tell you is this overtime now, is that one of the Philly players said, look, I'd rather win one championship and play on a team that's fun than play for the Patriots. He used to play for the Patriots because it's like, you work in fear for that team. Because Tom Brady and Bill Belichick, they're very good at what they do. They're some of the best that ever done it. But they have a system that's based on fear and rigid discipline and strictness. I don't like that. I'd rather be in a losing team and have a good time. I'd rather work a job that I'm more happy with than work on a fucking world. I mean, it's important to me to be in a healthy environment. I feel the Patriots, even though they're great winners, it's an unhealthy environment. I wouldn't want to play for them. As soon as the player asks for too much money, they get rid of them. They're disposable. I don't like that system. They're successful, but I don't like them. My opinion. Real quick. But love and respect to D. I love you all my heart. Gilbert, lifelong Knicks fan. I respect the Knicks. Patrick Ewing. But I used to go for the Bulls back then. I used to like us. I used to like to see Jordan do his thing. I used to hate on the Knicks a little bit, but I respect Patrick Ewing, respect John Starks, Derek Harper. That was a good team back in the day. The Oakley strong arm, couple people. Silent Assassin. I never been to Florida, but would love to drive to Florida one day, sightseeing. I'll tell you this, Silent Assassin. Brother, if you wanted to, and if you could do it, I think driving down to Florida is better than flying. I've flown to Florida. I took the train to Florida. I took the train. Train was a disaster. I'd rather fly. I flew back. I took the train down to Florida during the 2000 Super Bowl. My second cousin, Tony Saragusa from the Ravens. I don't know him that well, but, this is what I'm trying to tell you. So I went down there for the Super Bowl. They played in Tampa. The Ravens versus the Giants. And I took the train. It was like 24 hours. I went with a friend of mine's father. 24 hours on a train. Will I ever do that again? Hell no. What I do, I flew back. I said, I ain't doing back on that train. 24 hours, can't do anything. I love to drive. You go at your own pace. You see some great things. Especially, it's a straight drive. The first time I drove, it was a disaster. Why? Because I tried to do it all in one stop. I tried to do it all in one day. I didn't take one stop. I almost killed myself because I wouldn't go to sleep. Take a break at North Carolina, South Carolina. Take a stop, sleep somewhere, and then do a second day. Do it in a 2-day trip. That's my advice. Joe says, go Bills. I'm not mad at the Bills. The Jets are rivalry in the conference, but I'm not mad at that. Who I used to like, you got to respect Thurman Thomas, Jim Kelly, that era. They made it to all those Super Bowls. They never won, but it looks like they had a good time doing it. Silent Assassin, laugh out loud. Gotta laugh, brother. Gilbert says, night all. Joe says, losing team, but fun. Go Bills. Yeah, I respect the Bills. They made a lot of times to the championships. I'm not mad at them. This is back in the day, in my day, in the 90s. Silent. I remember Tony Saragusa had a restaurant here in Jersey. Yeah, in Cherry Hill, I believe. And then he did Man Cave on DUI Network, or DYI Network, and he does some announcing, I think, still. Like I said, my mom knows his mom better growing up in the Kenilworth area. That's where they're from. I don't know what they are, cousins. Yeah, they're cousins. I'm the second cousin. I've seen them once, but I don't have much of a relationship with them, so I just say that to say that. Not like I know them like well. I'm friends with him on Facebook. He's a big Trump supporter. Yes. We disagree a little bit on that. I know. Look, I'm not mad at Trump, but you know what I'm saying. All right, Gilbert. I did it in 24 hours. It was the best Miami from New York, south of the border. Yeah, you can do it in 24 hours, but I did that once, and you don't enjoy it. I'll end on this, maybe. You enjoy the journey more when you don't rush. That's a general rule in life, period. Whether you have a house, whether you live out of a car, or anything in between. The less you can rush in life, the more you will enjoy the journey. That's important. Why? Because the journey is the majority of your life. The destination is the very small part. Enjoy the journey and go in peace.